The start of a new year is a good time to think about making some changes and setting new goals. So why not think about making some financial resolutions next week? It's not always easy to stick to those resolutions. So here with some tips on how to improve your financial health in 2026, Vic Russell with Apprising Financial. Vic, thank you for coming in.
Les, it's good to see you. Happy New Year.
Yes, we're almost there.
Right around the corner. Unbelievable.
All right, so let's get into it.
Sure.
You know, some of us have gone a little crazy on Christmas gifts this year.
Yeah.
First question, how important is it to reduce that debt?
It's extremely important, I think, this year, Leslie. It's one of the top financial resolutions. You know, we always worry about our health. You know, okay, we're financial resolutions. You got combat, you know, on today, and, you know, get back into shape and that type of thing. And then, of course, personal relationships and improving those. But, you know, people rarely think about their financial resolutions, and especially this year with the job market being the way it is, with unemployment going up to 4.6%. We've got 2 million people in the marketplace right now that are kind of just stagnant and can't find jobs. And it's because, you know, there aren't as many jobs available as there were last year. So reducing that debt, I think, is something that people have to do in preparation for maybe a difficult year coming up.
Right. So what's the best strategy to get that done?
There's a magic number that you can, I can guarantee that if you follow this, you're going to be very successful in your personal financial management. And it's a debt to income ratio, and that number is 15 to 18% of your net income. You're bringing that home, monthly income. You keep your debt at that level. So let's put it in real numbers, okay? So 15 to 18% of somebody that's bringing home $3,000 net income. That's after taxes, all right? Because that's actually spending money. You're looking at a payment of $450 to $540 a month in bills. That doesn't include your mortgage. That doesn't include your rent. That's a car payment, student loan payment, a credit card payment, whatever loan debt you have outside of your mortgage or rent. If you live by that number on a regular basis, you're going to do fine. You're going to do great with your personal financial management.
All right. So as we map out our financial strategy for the year, how important is it to have a budget? Extremely
important, because if you've got debt issues and you need to pay that down, let's say there's 43% of people right now in the United States have 25% that are servicing just a car payment of their income. 25% of their income. That's 1/4 of their income just paying a car payment. That's not sustainable. So in order for you to pay down that debt, you've got to find that money somewhere, right? So you've got to make sure that your controllable living expenses, home entertainment, streaming, has become one of those expenses that has just gotten out of control. It was used to, you know, make the transition out of cable, because cable was getting really expensive. So people said, I'm just streaming now, I'm just streaming. But they're paying as much for streaming now as they did for cable. So that's one area you look at. Cell phone, biggest one's groceries. You know, when I talk to people, they never have any idea what they spend on food every month. Right. And with grocery expense going up, utility expenses 12.7% higher than they were last time this year. Those are areas that you take a look at and say, what can I do to negotiate those expenses and get those lower so I can pay down my debt or start saving as well?
Yes, let's talk about saving money. Is there a set percentage that you should try to set aside?
Yeah, experts say 10%. Okay, now it's difficult for some people to save 10%. There's no question about that, because you not only have to have savings for long-term goals, but also liquid cash, you know, if an emergency comes up. Because if you don't have that emergency expense money available, you're going to end up borrowing. And that buy now, pay later that we talked about a few shows ago, now people are using that more and more and more, and they're using it for things like groceries. 25% of people using buy now, pay later use it to buy groceries. You're borrowing money to buy groceries? Nah, that doesn't make sense. And so you really have to do a reassessment on how you're handling your finances.
We have just about 30 seconds left,
Sure.
But before I let you go here, how can people best be prepared for the uncertainty that may come in 2026?
Yeah, I think if you follow that debt to income ratio, 15 to 18%, also, I think it's really important for people to take advantage of this interest rate environment, because if the interest rates keep going down, you have an opportunity to maybe refinance an automobile loan that's at a higher interest rate. You got to have that good credit score, though, right? You got to have that credit score at 730 or higher, or you're not going to be able to take advantage of the lower interest rates. Plus, on savings accounts, if those interest rates continue to go down, guess what? Your return on savings are going to go down. So look for certificate of deposits or money market funds, something with higher interest rates.
All right, Vic Russell, always thank you for the tips.
Leslie, you're very welcome.
We're going to send it over to Gavin for a check of the forecast.